Greetings. Hello, beautiful butterfly in transformation, just like me. What is going on? What's going on? What is going on? Happy. It's Friday for me, but I don't know what day it's going to be for you watching this video. But happy every day. Welcome to the channel. I am Tanisha Ali, and I am here to help you to gain some clarity, giving you something to think about, helping you to move past blockages to your emotional health and your healing, helping you to up-level your mindset so that you can manifest the glory of a God that is you. You have so many, look at that, right at the split. You have so many distractions, temptations, difficulties to overcome, karmic patterns to release, transgenerational drama, just baggage in order to get to the best life possible, in order to ascend to your prosperity, to your abundance, to your perfect, there's no sense of perfection, but your near perfect relationship, the answer to your prayers, everything that you are wanting, okay? Here we have polarity. This is everything you want to get rid of. These are the things that you are enslaved to. These are the things of the flesh. These are the things that hold you back. These are the blockages to you being your best self. This is what you wake up to in terms of spiritual warfare every day. This is everything that you might want. What you want to leave behind, the good that you want to do in the world, the contributions you want to make, the way you want to be seen by your community, the happiness that you want to live in each and every day in terms of the inner joy and contentment that characterizes your reality. Again, we have this being the antithesis of this and this being the antithesis of this. We have polarity, and the question I feel today is based on the split is, what is it that you're energizing? Are you energizing your lower self, or are you energizing your higher self? And how is it that you know? Well, I'll tell you how you know. Let's take a look at some of the images on these cards. Here you feel chained. Here you feel powerless. Here you feel caught up. Here you feel as if something from the outside is doing something to you. Here you have totally externalized your power. Take a look at these two people. We got this devil energy here, which is really the lower self. It's your ego self, really. It's the lowest aspect of what you are here to do. But this aspect is with you each and every day, each and every moment. It's in the way that you deal with people. It's in the way that you see yourself. It's in the way that you interact with the world. It's in the way of what you think is possible. It's in the way of the legacy and everything that you leave behind at the end of the day. All the breadcrumbs that come back to you, the things that identify you that are less than stellar. This is what makes you feel bound. This is the toxicity that you create in your life, the toxicity that you feed in your life with the bad habits, with the constant falling off the bandwagon, with the inability to control your emotions, with the inability to think in a way that brings out the best in you and the best in others. This is you losing control of your worldly experience. That's what this is, that damn devil energy. But trust me, he is not here in red with the pitchfork. He exists as you, within you, as another expression of that aspect of you that you want to overwhelm with this energy here. This represents your highest expression. This represents your abundance, your affluence, the health of your relationships, the health of your body, what you feed your soul that does a body good. Here are healthy partnerships, a healthy legacy that you leave behind, honoring all of creation, honoring your relationships, aspiring to reach the sky and beyond, to do those things that may seem almost impossible or out of reach when you're in this energy here. This is your higher vibrational energy. This is the energy when you're impacting the world, when you're impacting the people around you, when you're moving mountains, when you're overcoming challenges, when you're unstoppable, when the devil has to send the big guns after you because they can't keep you down. That's what this energy is. I love it. I love it. I love it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you are still with me in this video. If you haven't purchased my book, manifesting your masterpiece and you're trying to manifest that masterpiece, you're trying to get to that 10 of Pentacles, make sure you get that book. It's not a chapter book, but it is a book of daily mindset reflections to help you up-level your life. So we're dealing with the reality of this third dimensional reality. We're dealing with the third dimension versus the fifth, the sixth, and so forth and so on. We're dealing with the things that we fight or that we have to acknowledge on a day-to-day basis. Each day we get up and ask ourselves, what do I want to create today? What am I going to be about today? If you don't get up and ask yourself what your goal is for the day in terms of the energy that you're going to bring to this little adventure that we call life, then life is going to bring stuff to you and you're going to be responding to everything that happens. You're going to be in an unconscious state. So you must wake up with the intention of taking charge of your day and remembering that you are the creator. You are the MPC. You are the main player. Okay? And this is critical. Otherwise, your day happens to you instead of you happening to your day. Otherwise, I have this frankincense, excuse me. And this stuff can get pretty strong. It's drying out my throat. I need to move it out. But I had to clear the energy in my entire home today. And I needed to do it. Yeah, that's going to be too close as well. I needed to do a serious clearing. Had a lot of traffic in my house as of recently doing things, and I needed to return the energy to that which reflected me. So when we look at that message, y'all, we could talk about that and not even talk about anything else. We could talk about the dichotomy that exists in this reality. We could talk about where the majority of people find the challenge in defeating that lower aspect of self and getting that monkey off of our back or off of their back. And those people who travel the frequency, who travel a higher frequency, who are able to manifest change in their life, who are able to harness the universal energies in order to get the life that they want, in order to have a larger slice of life, which is what you hear me talk about. A larger slice of life to me is inner contentment and joy. A larger slice of life to me is not being a slave to the dollar bill. A larger slice of life to me is being able to magnetize everything that I need in my reality, including the dollar bill, but I'm not a slave to the dollar bill. A larger slice of life is being able to unleash my creativity, not only in my life, but in the world at large, that gives me an opportunity to impact something outside of my primary sphere of influence. A larger slice of life for me is being in my purpose and feeling purposeful each day. A larger slice of life for me is being able to take some time out every day, or even take some days out every week and just chill and just meditate on my life and just be in a state of gratitude and thankfulness. A larger slice of life for me is being able to look from whence I've come, to look at the pitfalls and the patterns and the things that I've released, or the things that I'm still continuing to release, and take some sort of sense of accomplishment in that. A larger slice of life for me is to challenge myself every day to do better than I did the day before, which means to address or to be present in a different way than I've been present for something in the past where I didn't fare as well, or the situation didn't fare as well. To answer that higher calling, which to me in this case is calling me to respond to life in a way that allows creativity to flow through, which really means to take my hands off the steering wheel. I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. I'm not trying to judge people based on what they believe. I could care less what they believe, because it's working for them. Because if it wasn't, they would stop believing it, right? Or if it isn't working for them, it's not working for them not enough, and that sounds crazy, but it's not working for them enough to where they want to change it, right? So again, I'm on my journey here. Everything that I'm experiencing in my outer world is a reflection of what's going on in my inner world, no matter what it is. So I can't point the finger at other people. And when I want to, guess where I got to come back to? I got to come back to me. All right? So that to me is a lot of what doing the work is. Doing the work is finding peace, making peace and being an instrument of peace in as best a way as you can as you navigate this terrain, which for sure is a challenge. So let's see what we have here. Okay, we're going to pull a few more cards, and we're going to be speaking in the same context of, I'm going to get a major arcana card. Here we go again, y'all. The devil. So this is interesting because you know, with this devil in it, this is a powerful energy, y'all, no matter how you look at it. If you personify the devil, if you treat the devil as a literal energy, or if you think of the devil in a metaphorical sense, if you recognize that you are all things and you deal with it from that aspect, this is a very powerful energy. This is almost everything that keeps us from our abundance and living the life that we want to live. This keeps us from doing the work that we came here to do in this world, on this worldly planet. Whether you believe your soul is encountering the types of obstacles, or you're being led out of something that you're experiencing, or you are being... your spirit is somehow being dampened by something that is going on. This is critical. And with this Chariot card, the interesting thing about this Chariot card here, you all, is that of many of the Chariot cards that are in the deck, this one I always read differently, because the Chariot is about focus. It's about exercising your will over your circumstances. It's about embodying a vivacious sense of empowerment and moving forward past the things that have stopped you in the past. This is where you're coming down the road of life and you're overcoming the things that you are familiar with that have been setbacks in the past, and you are moving. You have momentum. The Chariot is going. In this case, the horse is moving, or it should be moving, but if you take a look at this, the horse is stalling. It cannot move forward because there is a lack of unity within the community of self. This horse cannot move forward because its charioteer is looking behind. It's looking back. It's too busy in the past, reliving some old narrative, some woulda, coulda, shoulda, not being able to break a cycle and leave something behind that has been emotionally dispiriting, that has been spiritually toxic. What do they call a STD? Is a spiritually transmitted disease. Something that has taken you down a path that has caused you to feel less than who you are. Something that has caused you to feel trapped. Something that has prevented you from being your best self, but yet something that you are a slave to, that you need to move on from, that you could and be triumphant if you were united. Body, mind, and spirit have to be on the same page. What we say has to be a reflection of what we think. What we think has to be a reflection of what we do. What we do has to be a reflection and is a reflection of who we are. So we have to embody the energy of forward momentum in order to get out of this. And this is the place that brings you unhappiness. It brings you stagnation. This is the place that you continue to frequent. When we talk about the negative patterns in our lives, ask yourself, what is one experience that I continue to have no matter what? What is something that I'm continuously attracting in my life that either I'm aware of because it's making me miserable and I'm looking within for answers, or something that I'm blaming other people for? Where is it in my life? For some of you, because your ego, this is a place of being so much in your ego that you can't see the forest for the trees. So for those of you who spend a lot of time in your ego, those people, i.e. those people who think they know everything, those people who judge other people, those people who set themselves, think that they're better than other people, those people who you have a difficult time communicating with because they're full of themselves, they're in their ego self. For those people, what is it that you are in denial about, that you keep creating in your life in the way of chaos, but are justifying it by separating yourself or putting yourself in a group where you feel superior so that it allows you to look down on other people? Where is it that you're standing on a pulpit that's the type of pulpit that's not allowing you to do good in life? These are cycles that I'm talking about that all of us deal with on an ongoing basis, that we have to fight in order to move forward from. This is the daily work This is the anticipatory set. Every day, no matter what the lesson is, this is the thing that you are having to contend with on a regular basis. What is that for you? Take a moment and just think. Root chakra. I love to drink out of color. So where is it in your life that a habit, a pattern, a karmic cycle just keeps repeating? What is it that you keep doing? Are you attracting negative relationships? Are you not able to find peace in your relationships? Do you have trouble with the members of your family? Are you constantly sitting in judgment of other people? Are you judging other people's religion or their belief system? Are you putting other people in a box and damning them? What is it that you are doing that gives your soul unrest? And when it gives your soul unrest, you know it because it's something that you fixate on that creates anxiety or an inability for you to relax and be content. It's the sort of thing that you may find yourself judging on a regular basis, all right? Whatever it is, until you stop looking back and until you refuse to beat the pattern and until you become very aware of what is causing you to continuously repeat that past narrative, you are going to be doomed to this energy here. So this is a very important message. All right. That chariot is always going to be able to move forward as long as your heart and your mind are united. As long as your spiritual, your intuition, your feeling side, your creative side is working in tandem with your rational side, your intellect, that which is logical. It says on the bottom of this card, I wisely use my personal power and the power of choice to do my good work in the world. The Devil card reads, facing my inner demons brings me closer to my authentic self. What are you tied to? Are you enslaved to liquor? Are you enslaved to gambling? Are you enslaved to sex? Are you enslaved to money? Are you enslaved to eating? Are you enslaved to gossiping and backbiting? Are you enslaved to sex? Are you enslaved to your ego? Are you enslaved to judging people and thinking that you're better than other people? What is it that you suffer from? What is the habit in your life that is on autopilot, that is running your life? And for some of you, could be running it into the ground without your conscious awareness. To be in your personal power, truly, you have to acknowledge these things. There is no correction without acknowledgement. Without acknowledgement, there is no empowerment. And look at that. You see this card? This card here is about negative attachments. It's about negative attachments. It's about holding on to things that don't serve you. Holding on to things that prevent you from up-leveling and going to the next cycle of your mental, your spiritual, and emotional growth. This is a journey, y'all. You want to be moving on this journey. You want to feel some sort of progress. Okay, let's pull 3 more cards and let's see what we get here as it pertains to what the trajectory of this current message seems to be. What would you like us to focus on? What else would you like us to focus on? Okay, this is what we have. We have the Star card, okay? This is about healing. It's about setting your affairs straight and moving forward, putting the worst behind you and looking towards the magnificent miracles that are on their way to you. It's also about fate. It's about acceptance. It's about surrendering to things as they are. It's about authenticity. It's about a lot of things. But this, as it relates to this message here, is about dealing with and acknowledging those things that place you in dark places, and acknowledging those things and putting those things to rest so that you can experience better times ahead. I think we had a message with this card in it. The last message had a healing card. We have the Queen of Wands here, and we're going to dig into this. The Queen of Wands, we know the Queen of Wands can possess the energy of fieriness, the energy of passion, that go-getter energy, that ambitious energy, that entrepreneurial energy as an individual, as a feeling or an emotion or something that we interact with. We're talking about movement. We're talking about a sort of force that carries you forward towards reaching your dreams. Okay, we're going to clarify this card. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so for some of you, it could be something having to do with your passionate expression of something, or the way that you think about going after getting what you want. That could be a source of stress for you. Here we have things that we ruminate about. This is about being in your head. The swords are always about conflict. So here you have mental conflict. You have those things that trap us. You have those fears that become limiting. All right, you have the limiting beliefs that enclose you and form the prison of your mind, which causes you to manifest the very thing that you dread. This is a card of dread, okay? Wow. So let's clarify this Queen of Wands so we can put this message together. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Temperance card. We're going to pull one more card. And then we have the Magician. Yeah, I have the message. Look at this. Page of Wands. This is about that spark of interest, that message or that insight that comes in, that takes you over, that helps you to reconnect with life, that helps you to go after something you want. We have you rolling up your sleeves and putting in the work and transmuting your life, participating in a process of alchemy, making something better out of discrete elements. This is you traveling the middle road. This is you finding balance and equilibrium, all right, with something. Restoration, peace, and harmony. And here we have the Magician card. As above, so below. This is what you create. This is the single-minded intent that you have in order to stay committed to something, to bring something in your life. So here you are on the precipice of trying to create something new that may take some time in order for you to transmute that energy, but you must stay focused and very aware of what it is that you are trying to do, and you must be passionate about it. Here with this Queen of Wands energy. Now, get away from the gender aspect, because this doesn't have to have anything at all to do with gender. But when we look at this, this is saying, like, you got to have the passion not to look back. You have to have the conviction of mind. You have to have the power of mind. You have to be willing to go the distance to reach this place whereby you can defeat this thing, whatever it is, whatever your aspect of spiritual warfare is, whatever your demons are, whatever your difficulties are, whatever it is you just happen to be trying to leave behind. You've got to have the conviction. You can't keep stressing about it, talking about it, and not doing anything about it. This is a place that people find themselves in where they're totally disheveled, totally mentally disorganized, discombobulated, and just out of balance. This is the place where your mind has done a job on you and you have lost control. All right? This is when you're overwhelmed, when you're overcome. Your thoughts are very negative, and you, at this point, are not transmuting anything. Okay? All you're doing is recreating the same problematic situation that you're encountering in your life. All right? So the Queen of Wands, as I mentioned before, is about zest for life. It's about reaching for the stars. It's about not giving up. It's about being bold. It's about being courageous. It's about being confident. This is your I am energy. This is your I can do energy. All right? This is about you finding those opportunities, or perhaps for some of you, separating into discrete components what aspect you're going to begin. Where are you going to begin? What is it in your life that you need to be prospecting on, that you're willing to really roll your sleeves up for and do the work and be in this thing? What is it can you really set an intention about, that you can be very serious about, that you can actually manifest as change in your life? This is a beautiful energy. You have everything around you that you need. You have the impetus or the catalyst, which is closing out old cycles that have driven you insane, that have caused you to be steeped in negativity, and that recreate a very unpleasant experience for you time and time and time again. Something that you've been striving and wanting and desiring to get away from, but you haven't been able to. This is saying now is the time. This is the energy here that never gives up. If this court card in the deck wants something, this court card gets it. She gets it because she never gives up on anything. She does not stop until she reaches her apex or she reaches her goal here. All right. So the sun is shining for you today. So this is you, perhaps maybe needing to go within, to contemplate, to trust that you are being led. The stars are in alignment. To trust that you are being led to that deeper part of yourself that's not only looking for balance, but that is empowered to make a change. That is how I see this. This is empowerment to make a change, a willingness to roll your sleeves up, and a trusting and a confidence that says, I can do this if I stay the course. So I hope that this message resonates for you, and I hope that you're able to take this message and actually do something with it that allows you to come out of this place of complacency, if that's where you happen to find yourself, or to come out of a place that maybe you've been in and to embrace a different perspective, something that turns you on to another way to escape the limitations and the lack of that devil energy, which keeps you bound, which keeps you from reaching for the stars, which keeps you from being in your 10 of Pentacles energy. So you are with Tanisha Ali. Again, I hope that you have taken away some pearl of wisdom from this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you again in the next video. Join the evolution.